All right, music fans, welcome, and truth seekers alike. Harmless me here, just doing what I do in real time, taking a break from the geezer rock commentary, and doing so in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. All right, just a quick reminder ways you can support this channel. I've had some folks doing some very nice things lately. Buy me a coffee, PJ Rock super chats. PJ came through yesterday, and I needed a super chat after the root canal of reading these comments that people send, and it's just it's like soul crushing. It just is, and it's good for engagement, man. You need to keep doing it. It helps your channel grow. Um, Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get reminders that I've got new videos out there, you hit that bell for notifications. There's also Patreon, where you and I can have a civil conversation about almost any topic, and I go back and forth with a number of folks all day long, or I try to. Sometimes I go out with the schnauzer, we go for a walk, and I clear my brain, and it's very helpful. I would highly recommend it. I am a big dog lover. I wasn't sure I was going to love my dog this much, but it's worked out better than I could ever hope. In fact, me and my wife often talk about how people will let you down, but typically your dog won't. And there's tons of truth to it. So, how does this relate to what I'm going to talk about? Well, apparently, um, this new guy over at the NIH, Badacharia? Yeah, Badacharia. That's how you say his name. It's easy for me to say, right? Um, Apparently, when he got there and took over at the NIH, there were beagles that were being tortured. And this story came out a few years ago, and that little creepy doctor guy who was on every television show, Dr. What's his name? Falsey? Yeah, he was out there running around saying how, no, we don't do any experiments. There's no gain of function research. And no, we don't experiment on beagles. Well, apparently they were experimenting on beagles. In fact, they were funding research where insects themselves were trained on live beagles and they were eating the beagles alive. This is what Badacharia has said. Now, these stories come out every day. Um, and the media, for the most part, just looks to a different story. They don't look to these absolutely heartbreaking stories, things we're finding out. And this is pretty minor compared to some of the other things we're learning. But there are a lot of animal lovers, and many of them don't care all that much about politics. They just love their animals. And beagles are cute. I was considering getting a beagle at one point because, again, who doesn't love a beagle? Um, but they're experimenting on beagles. And we were told they weren't experimenting on beagles, just like they said there wasn't a lab leak and there's nothing to see here. And there's no gain of function research. That's another one here. I think this came out yesterday about the whole gain of function thing. They went up there and they basically said, yeah, we were doing it and we just banned it. So if you live in a foreign country and you were helping the United States with this gain of function stuff, you can't do it anymore. It's not legal. And you can't torture beagles either. So I think those are two very positive developments, and I figured I would just do a short little video on saving the beagles. Even if you don't like Donald Trump or Bhattacharya, the new guy over at NIH, or Robert F. Kennedy Jr., these are old school animal lovers, right? And I think we should cherish and love animals because, quite honestly, in the world we're currently living in, I think the animals bring us a lot more joy than many of the humans in our midst. Just putting it out there. And again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll be back with more exciting and probably more lengthy content. But I really needed to take a break from talking about David Lee Roth. Yeah, you know what? It just maybe in general, maybe the channel should do a full pivot away from the music stuff and tackle some other things that I think are far more important to humanity and to life itself. God bless you all. God bless those beagles and all the miniature schnauzers and whatever dog you have. I'm sure you love your dog, and there are many great breeds out there, but I just mentioned a couple here. So if I left your dog out, your dog breed out, I'm sorry. Most dogs are great. There are a couple of breeds I would probably stay away from. But anyway, thanks again. See you soon.